about 45 minutes, we switch this set today to being Monica Kagoni. Right? For a moment, we are just getting ourselves into that. And I know you all know when I say that what I mean. It's an honor to have Monica Kagoni with us this morning as we get into the conversation of, you know, just how you make money on YouTube. She's done so well. And we definitely would want to get the tips. You know, sometimes you try your luck and you put a video, inafanya mbaya sana. You know, you put another one, inafanya mbaya zaidi. So for a moment, I am one of the few people who are convinced that watu wanafanya vizuri sana on YouTube or online, wako na kasiri Kenya watakangi kutuambia. Well, we'll get to know whether it is the case or not. And to my surprise, Victor is actually Victor. Victor ni jina yako ya ukweli?
Yes.
Ikukuwa ya usanii? Siniliacha kama ilikuwa ya usanii?
Hapana. Victor Naman, my real names.
Oh yeah? Mbona ukachagua tu kuendelea na Victor? Na ukuona jina ingine yote yenye ungetumia?
Hapana.
Ukachagua tu Victor.
Niliona tu nitumie jina yangu nikuwa tu mimi.
Good to have you, lady and gentlemen.
Karibuni
sana. It's an honor to have you this morning. And true to it, just like I said, see at mchezo by the way, this is me. Sometimes I have a feeling that you people who are doing so well online, I know your content is good and all that, but trust you me, there are also other people who put good content. Lakini my friend, iko 100 views 50 years later. Kuna kaukora mnakuanga nako. Tuambieni tu kweli. Just tell us the truth. It's all right. Tutasema mmebahatika, mmenunua viewers, mmefanya nini? YouTube imewakubali. Tuambieni ukweli. Kagoni.
Yes.
Watu waambie tu kweli, hakuna shida. Unafikiri ati sasa mimi sitoshi mboga yako, like I can't put up content as good as what you put on on YouTube. I do. Inakata tu.
I always tell people the secret is about 2 C's. It's about content and consistency. There's no other secret. You put content and you're consistent with what you're doing, people will identify with you and they'll be following you every now and then.
Your first video.
Ulipata
ngapi? Tuambie tu kweli.
I think my first video was less than 1,000 views.
For how long?
For like four videos. Then the other video that now, you know, gave me some sort of a breakthrough from less than 1,000 subscribers to about 5,000 subscribers. Was about a well-known reporter in Murang'a County, Victor Kinothia. I guess you remember that story. When his English
it was bad.
Suddenly disappeared. So that's the
that's
video.
That's why because we don't want that
to so that's the video that gave me a mileage. So it taught me something, that when you're producing your content, you also have to look at the trends, the current topics, and what would interest the people who are online viewers. Because you can't compare online viewers and maybe those people who follow the traditional media. Yes. So you really have to be very keen to look at the things that would interest your viewer. And also something else that I tell people is, who is watching in terms of gender? Like for my channel, the female gender ndio wanapenda sana kuwatch. Yes.
Mashida ziko hapo
za mama, relationships nini, marriage nini, familia. So you cannot really bring women issues to do with football, and they are your majority, and you expect to get views. You cannot bring Kina Victor issues to do with he cheated on me and all that. They will not watch. But if you bring them more football, maybe what men like, they will watch.
That's true.
So the gender part is very key.
Target audience.
Yes.
All right. Okay. By now, Victor, umeread between the lines. Umejua ni nani tunaongea Kiswahili kwa sababu ya nani hapa. Unajua Kizungu.
Kitu ya kwanza tuambie tuanze kukunywa chai.
Karibu.
Kitu ya pili hakuna escort.
Hakuna escort by the way.
Lete njugu.
Na vile umetoamsha mapema.
Lete njugu. Angalia hapo kwa bagi yangu.
Njugu ilikuwa inataka chula.
Ngoja.
Fanyeni.
Wacha utaki njugu? Niko serious by the way, hapo ndani ya bagi yangu kuna njugu na simsimu. Utakula? Hapo ndani
I don't do snacks.
Zisitole-
Hizo nafanyanga after food.
Unataka
Then
ugali.
nakula kama
ugali.
njugu.
wewe
Kwa nini mnaanza
wewe
na
ni mgeni
snacks?
kiburi sana, wacha usitoe njugu zangu, wachana na yeye kama
So
ataje
umeona
na free drinks.
ulikuwa unajifanya. Umeona mimi nimekutetea. Ili kuja mahali chakula.
Ulete njugu na simsim, si ndio? Hapo ndani ya bagi yangu kuna njugu na simsim, by the way, for real. Kama uko na review I care. All right, here we are.
Okay.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Kuna kasiri gani yako your first video? Wacha tu turudi hapo because normally kuanza is always the biggest
Yeah,
problem.
the
You know, and there's
biggest
always
issue,
so
yes.
much fear. Ni kubahatisha tu. I'm sure hata labda ukuweka kwa YouTube. Maybe it wasn't even about YouTube. Ulirusha tu alafu.
Funny enough, my very first video really went viral.
Oh, you are the lucky ones. Nyinyi wale mnakujanga na Mungu.
I'll tell you.
I started with going viral. I
Right.
made a video, but by then I didn't have a YouTube channel or a Facebook page. I just did a video, and then
Which is this one?
it was about Jesus feeding 5,000 people, and I wasn't there. So nilikuwa
Ulikuwa
nalalamika.
umekasirika, eh?
Nilikuwa nimekasirika kwa nini
Yeah,
alifanya
I watched
miujiza
that one.
chakula ilipaki si kukua, hiyo chakula ilienda wapi, if you remember.
Yeah, I do.
It really went viral
Yeah.
on WhatsApp, but it was not on YouTube. Then nikafanya zingine from there, nikafungua YouTube channel, nikaanza kuweka moja inagonga mlima haina views, then the others hivyo tu. So I just kept on being consistent, and yeah, some
Here we
would get
are.
views, some no, but nilikuwa nachezea hapo around unapata 100 views, 500 views, ingine unaweka inachapa 100k views, hivyo tu.
Unafurahi sana, ehe,
Yeah,
alright.
because sometimes you make a video and you think it's really good.
Yeah.
But then
Surprise.
now audience wanakuambia hapana.
Sure.
Na ingine unaeka tu ukifikiria hii ni hivi. Then hiyo
Ina
ndio
make it,
itaenda viral.
That's true.
So sometimes uanga tu ni the grace with the audience now from God pia.
All right, all right. Before we even take it very fast, Monica, I think we start from where to begin. Do you know how many times people have told me, start a YouTube channel? Personally. They think you can do something. They believe you can do something. They think you're a presenter and therefore you can go out there. They think that you have the privilege of meeting people like you and therefore you can learn from them. That fear, my friend, that
kuanza.
fear. I cannot. Me kwanza, I cannot afford to wake up 3 days, 1 week after to go 100 and pull out. I need to pull out, I'm a pull down. Zote, I'll pull out from the whole thing and I'll pull the video down. Yeah.
The fear. I'd say personally, I wasn't confronted by that fear because I was at the rock bottom. I needed to do something and do it very fast and start, like start all over again. So when I got the platform, when someone told me, you know what, hiyo kipindi huo unafanya, ukaifanya mahali pengine like YouTube, own it, copyright it and all that, it can really give you a mileage. So I was like, yeah, by the way. And I just started. Nilisema tu nitaweka, watu wakiwatch sawa, wasipo watch ni sawa. But I'll start and see, nikianza itanipeleka mpaka wapi.
That's true.
Yeah, so confront your fear. Wacha mtu mmoja aone, wacha watu 10 waone. Wacha ukuwe na 100 views. You see, Victor amesema there's that ka video utaweka and you'll think, this is the best, but people will not watch it.
That's true.
But kuna ingine unaweka and you're so surprised by the time you're waking up in the morning, you're like, what? I have all these views. And you didn't have those expectations. But you can't reach there if you don't try and keep on trying.
Right, that's true. Yours is purely YouTube.
It's purely YouTube.
All right. Yako iko left, right and center, YouTube, Facebook, kadhalika na kadhalika.
YouTube, in fact, I started with Facebook. My Facebook has over 1 million followers. Then from there, mtu akaniambia, why should you not open a YouTube channel, kafungua pia Instagram. Hivyo zina grow zote pamoja.
So the first time ulikuwa unafanya ilikuwa too fun, ama you really had a target, you really wanted it to go to another level? And we're glad because of these platforms, because you realize that kawaida wewe as a comedian, you'd have easily been waiting hapa miaka nenda miaka rudi Churchill atakuita lini on stage and all that. But see, the space is quite big and everyone is getting into it, and people are making money. So how was it for you, the very first experience?
When I was, you see, usually in real life, I'm just this cheeky person. So when I was making my very first video, just having fun.
Hata huko una expect that
Sikuwa-
itaenda viral,
even
that is
I
really
didn't know, I didn't know anything about, I don't know, YouTube,
Uh-huh.
Facebook, going viral, making money. I just having fun. Then the video went viral. Everybody kept calling me, and then nikasema, I can open some social media platforms and start posting there.
That's true.
Yeah, from there. But when I was starting, I didn't like plan. Now I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to be doing videos now. It just
It was
came
just a
because-
random one.
Yeah, just a random one.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Sasa, are there times you sit down and watch yourself? You have to, you don't? Oh, a lot
I
of
don't,
times,
yes.
eh? So ukifanya moja video, you have to sit down, uone kama itakuchekesha kwanza ndio uone ina make sense ama? And do you laugh?
Yeah. First, when I come up with content, I usually listen to myself. Najiambia I'm this audience. Then najiuliza, can this make me laugh? If it cannot make me laugh, I can't put it out to the audience.
Oh, yeah?
So it has to entice me. Mimi mwenyewe nimecheka.
You miss a- that's
Then then I shoot it. Then once it's edited, I look at it. Nikiona si funny naachana nayo.
For real?
Nikiona yenyewe hata mimi hainichekeshi naachana nayo. But once I'm convinced it's good, then I upload.
Right with
Yeah. So it has to make me happy first. It has to. I'm my first fan.
Monica, yours is always like real time. Hata unapatanga time ya kuwatch maybe before iende on air. And I mean watching, just how important is watching the clip before you release it, you know, on YouTube, and just how instrumental is it in terms of making your content even better? Does it get you emotionally, you know, attached? Are there moments you feel like, you know, this is it?
Yeah. I always watch my content before I upload it. One, for the purposes of looking at are there any mistakes that need to be, you know, corrected in terms of editing? How
Yeah.
are the pictures? How is the quality of the pictures? Because my background is from mainstream media, so that culture was really instilled in me,
you, right.
for giving quality content. So I have to look at it before it goes on air. And of course, there's that emotional attachment. You know, I always tell myself, and I always tell my team, if that story did not interest us, if we were not captivated by that story, it is not going to be of interest to our audience, because we are the first consumers of that story. So if it's not going to interest us, if it has not touched us, if it has not talked or reached to our emotions, it is not going to reach the
You see,
emotions
yours is
of our
different
audience.
from his, eh? Because kucheka you
Yeah.
day in, day out in life, kuna kucheka. But you know, these ones that captivate you, these ones that, you know, emotionally get you to that moment where you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
sometimes you meet people na wako na stories, mpaka unaangalia yako unaona hata ni shadow. And therefore, you'd probably go with the same mentality when you're listening to another person. Anakuja anasema story yake, maybe unaangalia, yeah, so and so was even worse.
It was even worse.
Yeah, so how do you get yourself to that moment, you know? And unasema sasa hii, in as much as yeah, so and so was even worse, pia this one is worth, you know, getting us to those emotional moments.
With experience, you will be able to tell which story deserves your attention and which one maybe you just have to give it a little bit of time, or even, you know, just push it away politely. With experience, as I've said, because you meet so many people with different stories, but you cannot really ati useme tu hii ndio ilikuwa mbaya sana, so hata hii
ni shadow. Sasa
hii
huyu
ni
hata anasema
shadow,
nini, ungekutana
this one
na-
has a lesson to teach, this one has a lesson to teach at the end of the day. Yeah, and you know, you also look at how many people will identify with this story. If we are talking to a woman who is going through divorce, for example, or separation, how many women, or how many, you know, how many couples are going through divorce and separation? There are many. The numbers are many. So the people who are going to watch that story will identify with it. When you're talking about rape, how many campus girls can identify with that story? Like just the other day, Fida was telling me every week they're getting 2 to 3 cases of girls in campus raped and killed. So if you bring such a story, how many girls are going to identify with that kind of a story? So at the end of the day, you also have to look at this is something that is happening in our society, and what are the numbers, so that you don't just say, dismiss a story and say, no,
so there are times they reach out to you with stories,
and
they, sasa wewe content yako iko ready at this level, maybe you may mature or maybe you may grow. There are times maybe you needed to source out for stories, but you've matured to a level where actually stories
they're coming from
left, right and center, from different people, or it's a whole different thing for you, I'd want to believe. Ni wewe uende uandike kila saa uko tu on alert, ni nini funny iko around.
First, if you look at my content, it surrounds around what's happening, what is trending in the country. So I always have to be on the mainstream to know, and even social media to know what is going on, like on TV, what's trending politically, socially. So naangalia vitu kama hizo, then I come up with content around that. And
Ruto anasumbua sana. Ruto anasumbua sana.
Ati mimi nasumbua? Wewe sumeona mimi nimekuja na Masai hapa? Mimi nimekuja na security.
So you need security. Masai is good enough.
Wewe kama Masai anaogopesha simba. Mimi hata mambo ya GSU mimi nataka kweli. Sinichukue Masai 2-3 ama niaje my friend?
Ni hivyo.
So content yangu ni around trending, vitu zina trend, and na vitu zina happen too in real life. That's why mimi napenda kukaa mtaa, ingia hapo matatu, end up kwa kibanda, when what's happening, I come up with content that which people can relate to.
Bringing out the emotions. This one's, you know, like yako content ya Monica, you know, what ends require for the host to be able to bring out the emotions. Yours, a majority of the stories, well, I know they are good ones, sometimes where people speak of success stories, but then you have to be good enough to a level where you can bring out the emotions. The same thing happens to him. You have to make us laugh. Whichever way, you just have to bring these emotions out of us. How easy is that, or how difficult, or what goes into that?
Alafu nisauliza swali tu.
Ulize ngumu hapa.
Hii chai yafaa tumalize saa ngapi? Naona
imeisha na inapoa na gani
interview imepakisha dakika ngapi?
Wewe unamaliza haraka sana, lamba hiyo chai mpaka tumalize interview.
Ngeenda tu sama.
Unalamba hivi kidogo.
Sasa mimi iko hapa, wewe unajifinya. Unajua huyu yake party iko full, Afrika na kunywa haraka. Ni yeye na.
Unaona mimi hata sijakunywa. Unajua hii strategy usiwe lamba tafadhali.
The emotions part, you let the person tell their story. Let them, for me, see, most of my stories are sometimes very sad stories. Let them tell their story, let them cry, give them time to, you know, to tell their story. And then of course, before someone I interview that person, we've already done like a meeting, can be a physical meeting or a phone. You've listened to their story, they have told you everything. You see, off the camera they'll tell you everything.
That's true.
So when it comes to interviewing, you'll ask, you know what to ask. Yes, you know what to ask to bring out that emotion and to let that person tell their story. Yeah.
All right, how different is it for you? Hata ni ngumu sana. As much as you're supposed to bring emotions out of us, you know, and I'm happy you made us laugh this morning. Ni Mungu, ni grace. Wacha tuseme tu ni, there's something special, you think?
Yeah, I think her line of content is very different from mine.
Right.
Yeye watu yafaa wasikize mtu ahurumia a feel story, but sasa watu wakishajihurumia hivyo, mimi sasa
wewe unakuja sasa
sasa ndio yafaa wacheke.
All right.
So yangu ni to make them laugh, na all these stresses are life. So yangu ni wacheke, yake ni wa.
Do you think in a way it has got something to do with your physical appearance, the way you carry yourself? Are there times like when you're getting into character, lazima uchange vile uko?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For an actor, when you enter into a character, ukiingia character, unakuanga in another world. Like sasa nikiingia nataka kuanza kuwa Victor, camera iko rolling, I'm just another person. Like ukiniambia kitu, I'm just a different person.
Wow.
But when cameras are off, narudi tu Victor wa kawaida.
Akunanga stage fright. Okay, nitaita sijui stage fright ama nisalie camera. Because hata mimi most of the times, I've done this for a long time. But every time there's that, you know, in 3, 2, 1, there's always kafia kenye kana kujanga. Are there times unasikianga hiyo uoga kidogo?
Kitu ya kwanza na kuanga hapo na snacks za kukula kama popcorn, scripts. So popcorn, crisps, njuku venye umesema, so
tu hapo tu bure. You just whatsapping and kuingia tena watch videos hao say how about you create content, and you know it's quite a huge cake for everybody. Si ati nika keki kadogo kale ati kame nika watu wachache. No, it's quite open. The space is quite open and it's actually growing by the day, and therefore they're just trying to enlighten us on some of the key things that you need to know or to do. So you're a good content creator, and above everything, you're able to make money out of it. And yes, we called it YouTube money because we wanted them to tell us, hii pesa inatokelezea wapi? Kama if at all there's money, ama wanatudanganyanga, you know. But you know, they really do not lie. Sometimes you don't need to be told that someone has money, or you don't need to be told that there's progress in the life of someone. Like I have seen Monica at this point, and I have seen her at this point when she's doing YouTube, you know, content creation. I can almost tell there's a huge difference and there's progress in her life. And so that tells you that somehow it is paying, maybe not as much as we would expect, but at least there's progress. And ulifikiria steleta simtim na njugu, ulikuwa unafikiri ni mchezo. Sasa ongea. Usikule hapa ikwame kwa menu ukicheka namna hiyo.
I want to assure you that after a cry, she brought
after cry. Binadamu wana asanti yake ya Mungu. Binadamu wana asanti.
But sasa umeleta yangu peke yangu, ya huyu iko wapi? And then your choice of food. Your choice of food. Njugu na simsim. Inakufeva. If you know, you know. Wale wanajua maana ya njugu na simsim. Take one.
Wageni mbona hawana asanti yao?
Ulikuwa unasema tusikule on air. Mimi nikae nikiona chakula hivi.
Bora uchunge njugu isikwame kwa menu. Ndio?
Haiwezi kuama.
Alright, na wanasemanga mgeni pia nikikula hivi wasitoke hapa wakiumwa na tumbo waseme hiyo njugu ilikuwa inauma na tumbo ama nini. Alright, Monica.
Yes.
First of all, let's go to the challenges that you go through as a content creator. Because I know, I mean, there are a couple of them that you probably face. And here you are. You have to just counter them and proceed to create content and entertain us.
The biggest problem I have at the moment is, as you mentioned, content is coming from
left, right, and center.
Yes. So the biggest challenge is to verify.
Lakini kwa nini hiyo umebeba?
This
Inanguruma na mimi. Yama ni nini?
It's a phone.
Ni
mafans wanafika.
Ni mafans. Sawa.
Mimi huwezi niwekelea.
Inanguruma. Siwezi kukuwekelea na ukubali.
Mafans wajuengi, ukuwa studio huwezi receive simu. Ama mtu akupigie tu aseme, mimi ndio huyo napiga.
Tunakuwatch. Alright.
Mimi yangu nimewazimia.
Alright.
Nimeweka flight mode.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
No, it's fine. It's alright. It's allowed.
So as I was saying, my biggest challenge is to verify that content. Because, you know, some people have realized that you can come up with a story, a very emotional story, for those of us who do those kind of stories. We also do appeals for people. So some people have realized you can come up with a very emotional story, come and tell, you know, craft a very good story, moving, you know, and, you know, expect help from the viewers. So the biggest challenge is when you come and tell me I have this kind of story, how do I verify it, that it is true and whatever you're saying is very right. Then also when you're talking about relationship matters, divorce, you know, and mostly we are focusing on women because this gender, they don't like speaking out. Yes, so most of the interviewees you get are women. So women will come and tell you, hey, alinichapa, akanifukuza usiku, akaleta mwanamke mwingine. Maybe. And you know, the other side, maybe, you will feel, you know, umeniharibia jina, and can even go to court. Yeah. So verifying that kind of content, for me, is my biggest challenge. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting one. Nilikuwa nafikiri tu unamkanga mtu akikwambia nataka kuongea unamwambia kaa chini ongea.
Hapana. I don't want work like that.
Okay, all right. Victor, your biggest of challenges?
I think my biggest challenge is just how to come up with content, because I have a huge fan base that expects me to be funny every day and to give them content consistently and every day. So my biggest challenge is always people are expecting a lot from me. I need to come up with good, captivating, and entertaining content. So, and at times you sit, you are blank. You totally don't have content, and maybe personally, like I post like 2 or 3 times a week. So my fans are always waiting. Maybe something comes up, it's trending. Unapata mtu amekuinbox, hey Victor, hujafanya video ya hii kitu. Because they just expect you to
wake up and
to
do
put,
and
to
know
put
everything.
out the best, because wanajua tu wewe hii si kitu sasa umesomea mahali. Yeah, hizo ndio naweza sema the biggest challenge coming up with content.
And these fans are darlings. They can really, appreciate you, and in equal measures they can really be your biggest of enemies. I know there are numerous times where maybe umeamka unaona hapo chini mtu amesema siku hizi sasa umeanza kubo hata hii content sipo, and then you just ask yourself, you go back to your cocoon and ask yourself, do they know how much work I put to put this content? How do you overcome that? How do you deal with that?
For me, I say I appreciate any type of criticism.
Did it start at that?
No.
The first
No,
times?
no. The first times you'll feel, mbona ameniambia hivyo? Unajua, like someone will complain, mbona umetuwekea picha kama hiyo? That kind of
times unafanya videos za English, by the way. Akuda.
Yes.
Kama kani.
Unajua.
Kwani people don't watch you?
Kwani people don't think we've not gone to school?
You tell us.
Tunajua Kiingereza, lakini ya kupatisha tu moja mbili hapa kusoma kwa dictionary. Kama jana uliniambia hiki tutafanya kitu kwa English. Nimesoma dictionary.
Usiku kucha ukifanyia exam.
Ndio nisikuja hapa na kizungia there is.
I know it's good what. All right, so yes, the critics, because they'll always be there. Positive and negative. I know when the positives come, you really are happy, you are elated, you feel like you want to face another day, you feel like you want to do better. The negatives, on the other hand, they don't get you to that moment.
Yeah, negative, we receive both negative and positive criticism. But what I always say is any criticism is important because those are your fans. The fact that you are watching makes me happy, hata kama una comment kitu mbaya, but you are watching, you are giving me the views. But at times unaona somebody comments and it's negative criticism, but it's actually making sense. But there are those who you'll just post something and they'll be like, this crap, you are boring. If somebody is boring, why are you
watching?
So toke kwa channel ya mtu.
Unataka na kiburi wewe tena sana. Toka kwa channel yangu, nani amekwambia ukuje?
Ndio mimi nilikuwa na post vitu ukakuja. Ikifika time unaona afika 2-3 nimekubola like miezi kaa mbili. The other people you can always watch them. But wengine unaona tu ni mtu labda they tried to be YouTubers or social media content creators na wakashindwa. So wanaleta stress zako because they think you are doing better than them. That's because right. Kitumo mtu akinikriticize akasema I'm not funny, I'm boring. Why do I have thousands and thousands, millions
of followers?
I have a million followers on Facebook. Could people still be following me if and I get like 2,000 new followers every day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You umesema kama joke kama hiyo ni serious.
It's serious. Like on my Facebook on my YouTube I get like 500
a day.
500 or even to 1,000 at times.
We need to know
so
what is the excitement.
If somebody is saying I'm boring, is the negative criticism, why are people still following?
So I need to know how important the followers are and how important the subscribers are in this case. Maybe that's where the money aspect is. But before that, this torture, this trolling, this criticism that sometimes is not so healthy for you, you probably get to emotional moments. You get to moments where you feel like you really need, guidance, you need counseling, you need to have someone to speak to you, especially with what it is that you do. Here we are. Let's talk about making money for this person who's watching us and says that, I just got into YouTube like a week ago. For me, who wishes to get into these murky waters and just see what comes out of it. And I'd want to believe that it becomes a lifestyle and it ceases to be about money. Money is a motivator. But you just wake up to this is what you do and this is what you love. Monica.
Money.
Money.
The money
and the other good things that come along with that.
Okay. You earn money through YouTube ads. Yes, you earn money, and money is determined by the number of viewers.
Okay.
that you, when you place a video, you upload a video, how many people are going to watch that video? The more they watch, the more you will.
So view moja ni kama how much? They don't calculate.
Yeah.
On such basis, all right.
Yeah, they YouTube has some funny way of calculating money. It will tell you about this view that you have, this one view that you have, how long did that person watch a certain ad, for example. You see, like when you're watching something, there's always this advert that will come, and you're given an option of skip an advert. If you skip an advert, or if you watch the whole advert, that makes the whole difference.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you cannot really say that one view will give me 100 shillings, for example. Then also, that view is also determined with where is it coming from. For example, if that view is from Kenya, and another view is from the US, the view from the US will earn higher than the view from Kenya. Yeah, so they are all those factors that will determine one video, how much is it going to give you. Like for me, my videos are about at most 45 minutes. So if you're watching that video, if you watch all of it from the first minute to the 45 minute, yes, and he watches from the first minute to the 10th minute, yes, his view will give me lesser money than your view.
That of mine,
Yeah.
okay.
So there are all those metrics. Yeah.
How long does it take you to learn and understand that this is how usikiangi sengine umeibiwa na YouTube hapa wamenigonga na kufanya?
The best thing about YouTube is that it will give you daily analysis. So you're able to
There's
check.
a place you monitor?
Yes, yes. In terms of money, in terms of your audience, in terms of your watched hours, it will give you all those analysis. Yeah, so every day you have that kind of briefing. So utaona umeibiwa.
The pressure is real. Sometimes unaangalia unaona hii mwezi kumeenda vibaya sana.
It's real. Now that kind of analysis will give you a lot of pressure. You're like, yesterday, the people who watched my channel were 50,000 people. Today, they are 20. So how do I, go back to 50,000?
Yeah. All right, Victor. Unatengeneza pesa aje? Wewe kama ni left, right and center, YouTube, hata kwa WhatsApp ni kama unatengeneza pesa. By the way, kama WhatsApp ingekuwa inalipanga, ungekuwa umepata pesa mingi sana bana. Manake zimekuwa shared, video zako zimekuwa shared for sure.
Zimekuwa shared. First, what I want to say is that I really don't do it for money, because when I started, I was not doing it for money. And I want to tell those people who want to start or they are starting, money should not be the main thing. You kuja to, because you can start, where answer, money will come or not, because it's something I can do even without making any coin. Like if social media was not there, I'll just still make people laugh. YouTube ikitoka bado nitatengeneza video watu wakicheka. But what I can say is that YouTube is paying. It settles my bills. And that's my main hustle. YouTube hapa, to endorsement moja mbili hapa. What exactly do you want to know? Who designed that poster? Who designed that poster here?
YouTube money.
Tuko na beef na yeye.
Guy, kwani si YouTube money tena? Is it not YouTube money? It is what?
No, it is. But
hiyo ndio ubaya wa Kenya. Wakishagundua siri wanataka kuficha. Hii tumesema ni kubwa.
Hapana, unajua, as he has put it, ukikuja YouTube na mentality ya kutengeneza pesa, utaumia. And you'll give up along the way. Because before you start even earning that 1 shilling, you need to have, reached like 1,000 subscribers, reach 4,000 watched hours, and to reach that is quite
It's not a big deal. It's
It's a
not. It's
big
not. It's
deal.
not a small deal.
Yes,
Like, yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
big
huge deal.
Yeah, so if you come to YouTube with the mentality of, oh, Monica is making money, Victor is making money, utaumia sana sana sana.
Like
Sasa,
me, I started making some money from YouTube after 3 years ya kuanza. Nilikuwa
you kidding
nafanya
me?
tu najibamba.
Ukapata kama how much ya first?
Eh?
Labda zilikuwa zina accumulate kwa bank ndio ukaziendea hiyo siku after 3 years. Tuambie tu hiyo ya kwanza, tutaki ingine.
Eh? Ya kwanza niliacha ika accumulate sana.
Ukaenda ukakash ngapi? Sema tu kweli. Monica, najua unafikiria vile
The
utatudanganya.
first check nishaipata YouTube yenye zilikuwa zina accumulate mingi sana. It was 230,000.
Ukuamini macho yako. Hiyo ni jackpot. Mara moja.
It was 230.
Unaenda hivi kutoa kama unaangalia watu wasikujua.
Hata sikuwa najua mtu unatoa.
Ilikuwa unajua by the way mtu utoaje?
Because
How do you ni PayPal ni nini?
There's a way you select how you want to be paid. You can
Okay.
be paid by M-Pesa, you can be paid by PayPal, bank transfer.
Bank transfer.
Venye tu unataka.
Unataka. Yako ilikuwa ngapi ya kwanza?
Pesa yangu, my money, my
Ya
first,
hii
it
ni ya
was
YouTube.
1,930.
Shillings.
Yeah.
Ai.
Hata si kutumiwa kwa sababu YouTube haiwezi kutumia less than 50 euro.
Okay.
I mean
Yeah.
70
euros.
Yeah, so lazima ningefanya kazi miezi ingine kama mbili hivi ndio ifike
Jazane,
70
jazane.
euros. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right, that's incredible. So, before we close, it's really important that, kwanza, by the way, this is the rule of the game, because normally I'll allow my guests to peana handles zao, and because I know hugely you depend on that, it's really important that I allow you. Lakini sasa sitakupatia kwa sababu niliangalia kwa page yako nikaona hujapost hii post time unasema ni YouTube. Ni sasa hata mimi sikupei chance ya kuuliza hapa.
Nimeweka Facebook, nimeweka Instagram, nimepost.
Na wewe?
Hata mimi nimepost.
Sawa, hapa nilikuwa tunataka kuona kama utaingia hiyo box. Sawa. Your advice to that one person who thinks they have started and they want to give up, who thinks they want to start, they don't know how, who just started the other day and, you know, are so excited and hoping that they're going to make, or they're going to get a breakthrough out of this?
For me, in October, I'll be 2 years old in YouTube. So in 2 years, sitam kidogo.
I know.
So it's not magic until you start today and you get your followers today and you earn today. No. I've told you the money that I earned was 1,000, less than 2,000. I had to work like 2 more months to get to 7,000, you can imagine. So it's not easy. I'll sincerely tell you it's not easy, especially getting the subscribers and getting the views. But it is easy if you do what we said in the from the word go. Content and consistency, and then use your other platforms to market. For me, Facebook is my marketing platform. Instagram is my marketing platform. Facebook I don't earn, Instagram I don't earn, but it gave me the marketing platform for the YouTube channel. Yeah, so use your platforms to market yourself. Enda kwa watu, you know, like me, I would go to where I've found a gathering and I know I have 3, 4, 5 friends there. I would go and tell them, fungua simu yako, subscribe, subscribe.
And true to me, sometimes kiburi na kuconsume, unaona tu, wacha niache as we close. Haraka ndio upate time ya kusema YouTube page yako. Siwaambie, ongelesha huyo mtu mwenye anataka kujoin.
I want to tell guys who want to join, it's easy and it's hard. If first you have to ensure that you have content. Kama una content ati umelala, then idea moja ikakuja ama mbili, leo nafungua channel. People want, ukianza umeanza na consistent persistence na you need to work hard. Ensure you have good content and it need to be original, kitu tu yenye inatouch mtu. Yeah, si ati hey naona Fikita ama ani anafanya, acha nifanye kama yeye. Unaweza fungua ipige backfire. So originality, consistency na ukwe na content. Then it's your passion.
Yeah.
If it's not your passion,
wachana
nayo. Utajifrustrate bure. Yes. Because you'll do uweke upate 10 views, give up. But me, even when I was getting 10, 50 views, I didn't give up because I knew what I was doing was the best.
All right, so we are closing. I know I have not asked things to do with tribe. I've not asked things to do with sijui nini. There's so much to ask, but all the
Who
same.
doesn't know my tribe?
It's so straight. We also know our tribe. We also know our tribe.
Self-explanatory.
Maybe kama hiyo imewasaidia kusell, I don't know. Your pages, it's your time to market yourself.
Our YouTube channel is Medha ya Kagoni, YouTube channel. Facebook page is Medha ya Kagoni. Our Instagram is Monica Kagoni. Twitter, Monica Kagoni.
Good.
I'm not on Twitter. Kisungu ilinishinda.
Na kweli hata tumeshtuka sasa ile umeongea.
Kisungu mimi
Uko ni kwa elites,
Kisungu
uko kwa elites. Uko achia wenyewe.
Mimi ni Twitter ilinishinda, niko hapo but siko active, but I'm very much active on my Facebook. Ni ujinga za Victor Naman. Kuna mingi sana lakini tafuta ili iko na 1.1 million followers, ujinga za Victor Naman. That's my page. Then I have a YouTube channel inaitwa Ujinga za Victor Naman. The last time I checked ilikuwa 225,000 subscribers. Ujinga za Victor Naman. Then I'm also on Instagram as Victor Naman.
Okay.
Then I'm on WhatsApp on 0724. Yes, the same.
Let's close it at that. Thank you so much for keeping us company. Please subscribe to their channels, support them. They go out there, do so much to make sure that you are entertained. My name is Linda Alela. My number is 07. Najua unataka na sitakwambia. We close it at that. I get to see you again tomorrow. Yes, ni mimi ama ilikuwa producer wangu. See you again tomorrow.